Lockheed Martin completed the first F-22 Raptor at the company's Inlet Coating Repair, ICR, Speedline, a company statement said. Periodic maintenance is required to maintain the special exterior coatings that contribute to the fifth-generation Raptor's very low observable radar cross-section, Lockheed stated. The increase in F-22 deployments, including ongoing operational combat missions, has increased the demand for ICR. Additionally, Lockheed Martin is providing modification support services, analytical condition inspections, radar cross-section turntable support and antenna calibration. Also, Air Force officials have told Scout Warrior that, by 2019, the service will begin upgrading F-22 functionality for the AIM-120D and AIM-9X air-to-air missiles as well as enhanced air-to-surface target location capabilities. The F-22 currently carries the AIM-9X Block 1 and the current upgrade will enable carriage of AIM-9X Block 2. Raytheon AIM-9X weapons developers explain that the Block 2 variant adds a redesigned fuse and a digital ignition safety device that enhances ground handling and in-flight safety. Block 2 also features updated electronics that enable significant enhancements, including lock-on after launch capability using a new weapon data link to support beyond visual range engagements, a Raytheon statement said. Another part of the weapons upgrade includes engineering the F-22 to fire the AIM-120D, a beyond visual range advanced medium-range air-to-air missile, AMRAAM, designed for all-weather day and night attacks. It is a fire-and-forget missile with active transmit radar guidance, Raytheon data states. The AIM-120D is built with upgrades to previous AMRAAM missiles by increasing attack range, GPS navigation, inertial measurement units and a two-way data link, Raytheon statements explain. The AIM-120D also includes improved high-angle off-bar sight technology enabling the weapon to destroy targets at a wider range of angles. Additional upgrades to the stealth fighter, slated for 2021, are designed to better enable digital communications via data links with 4th and 5th generation airplanes. As the Air Force and Lockheed Martin move forward with weapons envelope expansions and enhancements for the F-22, there is of course a commensurate need to upgrade software and its onboard sensors to adjust to emerging future threats, industry developers explained. Ultimately, this effort will lead the Air Force to draft up requirements for new F-22 sensors. The Air Force is in the early phases of designing new sensors for its stealthy 5th-generation F-22 Raptor as it proceeds with software upgrades, hardware adjustments, new antennas and data link improvements designed to better enable to connect the F-22 and F-35 sensor packages to one another, industry officials explained. Sensor interoperability, two-way data links and other kinds of technical integration between the two 5th-gen stealth aircraft are considered key to an Air Force combat strategy which intends for the F-22 speed and air-to-air combat supremacy to complement and work in tandem with the F-35's next-generation sensors, precision attack technology, computers and multi-role fighting mission ability. An essential software adjustment, called Update 6, is now being worked on by Lockheed Martin engineers on contract with the Air Force. Work on the software is slated to be finished by 2020, John Cottam, F-22 Program Deputy, Lockheed Martin Aeronautics, told Scout Warrior in an interview several months ago. The F-22 is designed to fly in concert with F-35. Software Update 6 for the F-22 will give the Air Force a chance to link their sensor packages together. Sensors are a key component to its capability. As the F-22 gets its new weapons on board, you are going to need to upgrade the sensors to use the new weapons capability, Cottam added. A hardware portion of the upgrades, called a tactical mandate, involves engineering new antennas specifically designed to preserve the stealth configuration of the F-22. New antennas have to be first constructed. They will be retrofitted onto the airplane. Because of the stealth configuration, putting antennas on is difficult and time-consuming, Cottam said. While the F-35 is engineered with dogfighting abilities, its advanced sensor technology is intended to recognize enemy threats at much further distances, enabling earlier, longer-range attacks to destroy enemies in the air. Such technologies, which include 360-degree sensors known as Northrop Grumman's distributed aperture system and a long-range electro-optical targeting system, are designed to give the F-35 an ability to destroy targets at much longer ranges, therefore precluding the need to dogfight. Like the F-35, the latest F-22s have radar, synthetic aperture radar, and data links. F-22 has Link 16, radar warning receivers and targeting technologies. Being that the F-22 is regarded as the world's best air-to-air platform, an ability for an F-35 and F-22 to more quickly exchange sensor information such as targeting data would produce a potential battlefield advantage, industry developers and Air Force senior leaders have explained. Conversely, an F-35 could use its long-range sensors and sensor fusion to identify airborne targets which the F-22 may be best suited to attack. Air Force developers are, quite naturally, acutely aware of the Chinese J-20 stealth fighter and Russia's Pak-50 stealth aircraft as evidence that the U.S. will need to work vigorously to sustain its technological edge. Along these lines, both the F-22 and F-35 are engineered to draw from mission data files, described as onboard libraries storing information on known threats in particular geographical locations. This database is integrated into a radar warning receiver so that aircraft have the earliest possible indication of the threats they are seeing. As the Air Force and Lockheed Martin move forward with weapons envelope expansions and enhancements for the F-22, there is of course a commensurate need to upgrade software and its onboard sensors to adjust to emerging future threats, industry developers explained. Ultimately, this effort will lead the Air Force to draft up requirements for new F-22 sensors. Cottam also explained that the House and Senate have directed the Air Force to look at 2 different potential sensor upgrades for the F-22, an effort the service is now in the conceptual phase of exploring. A sensor enhancement program is now being configured. We do not know what that is going to entail because it is not yet funded by the Air Force and we have not seen the requirements documents, Cottam said. Threats in the world are always evolving, so we need to evolve this plane as well. Newer F-22s have a technology called Synthetic Aperture Radar, or SAR, which uses electromagnetic signals or pings to deliver a picture or rendering of the terrain below, allow for better target identification. The SAR technology sends a ping to the ground and then analyzes the return signal to calculate the contours, distance and characteristics of the ground below.